Hello everybody, this is Gwyneth Isaac speaking here. Just a quick video. I hope it's a quick video today. I had a commenter on my Trump tariffs video, the last video that I did, and he was saying that robots will deal with the problems of employment and people not being able to build what they need to build, and that we could even get to a Skynet scenario. That's a very interesting idea, but I don't think I'll basically say here what I said in the comment, because I think that it's important. I can see where the commenter was coming from, and I think that if you ever got a Skynet scenario, it'd be a big problem, because you kiss goodbye to privacy all over the world. But, elimination of human beings. But I don't think it will ever get to that point, because there is a law of physics and the universe, and that's called entropy. The law of entropy, otherwise known as the second law of thermodynamics. Now, this is what the second law of thermodynamics is. If you got let's say you got a picture and you took a photocopy of that picture, okay? And then you needed to take a photocopy of the photocopy. You could do that about 5 or 6 times until the image that you have is, I think the word I used in the comment was unintelligible gibberish. You can't keep making copies of copies of copies of copies outside of anything of a miracle of God and expect that everything's going to go okay. And they've already done the scientific research into AI and the entropy effect, the Xerox photocopier effect. And it's definitely a thing. You cannot feed AI with AI prompts generation after generation after generation and expect that everything's going to go okay, because about the 5th or 6th generation you get total gibberish. The 3rd or 4th generation, things start to break down. The 5th and 6th generation stops working. You can't make sense of it. It's just like... Any of you ever encrypted a file on Word and then tried to open? You used to be able to do this. I'm not sure if you still can. It's been years since I've used Word. You try and open a Word file without without decrypting it. Usually it's total gibberish. Or this used to happen all the time when I was at Melbourne University. I'd have magnetic media, and I would have to take the magnetic media with me to university, and the trains and the trams were all powered by huge electromagnetic systems. And so many times I would get to university and find that my files had been corrupted because of getting delivered on a floppy disk, 3 3/4 inch floppy disk. from home to the university, and the file was utterly corrupted, and I'd lose, oh my gosh, so much work. I lost so many files that way. And it was like Russian roulette taking your files on the train. Well, that's one form of the law of entropy. You know, huge electromagnetic field messing with your floppy disk. But when you make a AI prompt out of an AI prompt, 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 out of an AI, and keep doing that, within a few generations of doing that, it's utter gibberish. You need humans to keep creating new things, new text, new video. And how long is it going to be? Because at the moment, I was doing some research, and something like 80% of images on the internet right now are AI generated. I'm not AI generated. I was generated the old-fashioned way, Mum and Dad. Mum and Dad generated me. And then I met Archie and I became a mum, and I generated 2 little children, which are now big men. That's natural generations, not AI. Just a bit of a joke there. So, when you get 80% of images, and these images are being cut and pasted and fed into AI, with the person not realizing that they're actually feeding an AI image into an AI image generator, it's only going to take 5 or 6 generations of that happening for all the images to be like utter gibberish, complete total gobbledygook. So, and to manufacture something like a Boston Dynamics robot takes hundreds of components, separate components, each one with dozens of different manufacturing processes just to make that one component. Maybe a dozen manufacturing processes. Let's say it's a very simple component, half a dozen manufacturing processes to make one component of one robot. Okay? And then you get, hundreds of components in one robot, and you put that all together. You say, oh, well, you can get a robot to do that. Well, they probably do get robots to do that. But who makes the robots? Who makes the robots that make the robots that make the robots that make the robots? Pretty soon you're getting into the Xerox photocopier problem. But in engineering, instead of photographs or text, it doesn't matter. It's the same principle. You need humans to make the machines, because humans have the capacity for creativity and self-correction, which at this time AI systems really don't have. And I don't think they ever will have it, because they are subject to the second law of thermodynamics, the law of entropy, which I just described. You're always going to need humans. And they're going to make you think that you're not needed. They're going to try and make you cybernetic, cyborgs, because they want these evil globalist, evil people. They need the human mind, the devil needs the minds of men to do what he does. He's always needed the minds of men. He can't do what humans do because human beings are made in the image of God. And I've got a little saying that I like to use when people say, well, if you're made in the image of God, why is there so much evil in the world? Because it's a fallen world. Because Adam and Eve sold out when they ate that little fruit in the Garden of Eden. They sold their descendants out, which is all of humanity. Whether you believe about Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden or not, I don't care. I believe it. I believe the Bible. That's, to reject it, you come at the monkey and the typewriter problem. How long will it take a monkey to type out the Encyclopedia Britannica on a typewriter or a word processor? How could you do that? No, you're not going to get ever anything other than gibberish from an ape at a typewriter. There we go. People are special. We human beings are made in the image of God. That means that we have the spark of creativity, real creativity. We are amazing. Look at the amazing things that human beings have built all over the earth. Other animals can create some pretty amazing structures. Ants, termites, weaver birds. But a weaver bird can't make an ant's nest. Weaver birds and ants and termites and other such creatures are only doing what is pre-programmed into them to do. And horses are pretty clever with how they open their fields. They get in their mouths and they work that catch. And they open the catch. You've often got to put 2 or 3 or 4 latches on the gate on a horse's field before it gives up. Crows are amazing with their problem-solving capacities. But once again, problem-solving, they can solve problems, they can talk intelligently, but they can't write a Mozart opera. You know who could write Mozart operas? Mozart. A crow cannot write a new operatic composition. They can't. They're very good problem solvers. That is what they're programmed to do because their very survival in the wild depends on them being good problem solvers. So they become good problem solvers, and then we humans build machines for them to solve problems with. It's the same with chimps and chimpanzees and gorillas and all the rest of them. They're all good problem solvers. But they can't build cathedrals. They certainly can't do it on their own. Guess who can build cathedrals? Human beings. We have that divine nature, that creative spark that no other creature has because we alone are made in the image of God. Humans are capable of doing almost anything. Elon Musk says that he's going to have these Mars missions. Mars is 2 million kilometres away. I'm not going to be lining up for a rocket. He says, oh, we can terraform Mars and make it a habitable planet. Why not terraform this planet and make it a habitable planet for all the people of the world? We already have the land. We don't have to go anywhere. And we can use technology such as permaculture. We can do it. We can all do it. But no, travel 2 million kilometers away to the planet Mars. And let's terraform Mars to be a habitable planet. What are you thinking? Just take that technology and terraform this planet to something beautiful. Turn the dry deserts of the world into Eden. And some people are doing that as we speak. Everybody should be doing it. That's what we need to do. Feed the world. Feed the world. Feed the world. God bless you all. I'll see you later.